See how things go. So collarbones open. We're gonna just press to the outside of our hands a little bit, then add in the inside, and no press all the way, just enough till you feel your abdominals lift. Inhale, stay there. Exhale, release. Yep. And again, find the outside of your hand, add back in the inside of your hand, press your bar, feel your abs lift. Inhale, exhale, release. Good. And then one more time. Good. Inside, outside, and then release. Now I want you to do it with some shoulder blade awareness. So same exact thing. Collarbones wide as you can get them. Press. Outside of hand, feel where you feel that torque in your scapula. Add the inside of your hand. Feel what happens in your scapula and your abdominals. Good. And then slowly release. And again, press the outside. Feel the scaps inside. Hopefully feel the abs and probably a little of the internal shoulder on the front. And then release. Good. Diana sent me a great little video that was an explainer of what the shoulders look like when we say keep them broad and keep them flat, don't pinch. And I meant to answer her back and say that your guys' body awareness is so heightened that you understand what you're seeing. Does that make sense? If I send that out, I bet at least 80% of the population will not understand what they're looking at. They're like, I just see shoulders moving, right? They don't understand what to look at. I've been thinking about how I could alter that. Sorry. He's very happy. He's just wagging his tail and squeaking his toy. He's just very happy. Oh, sorry. There, go get it. All right. So then let's take those hands in. Good. And then we're going to press one side using both sides of your hands, seeing if you can allow the shoulder blade to just flatten to your back a little more. Now in that action, it will move toward your spine a little bit. So the one thing about that video is that she didn't explain that, yes, there are moments when you do pull your shoulder blade in toward the spine, right? But we want to see if we can keep the hand connection so that the shoulder blade stays flat on your back. So. Yes, so it's staying flat on the back as it moves toward the spine. The shoulder blade moves toward the spine. Okay. Yeah, because that's when that shoulder blade is flat on your back. That's a great question. When it is flat on your back in motion, that is when it is the most stable. Yep. And so you could build strength with it in that flat position to hold the most loads. It will be getting the most support. Yeah. And I'm wearing the wrong shirt to show you scapula. I don't think you can see my scaps. No, it cuts too close. But so it's that push wing out versus flat motion that we're trying to get the flat motion. Okay, so with that beautiful awareness, now we're gonna do a flat rainbow. And I only want you to go as far as you feel the beginning of your resistance, because you're gonna find your feet, wrap your glutes. That's a good boy. And so first feel that foundation from the foot to the hip, and then feel your hands help control your scaps. Right? Your what? Your back is frozen. That's it, yeah. So you should feel the shoulder blade moving again on your back a little bit, but we're keeping it flat to the back. Good, that's it. Yeah. Good. That's it. Feet grounded, really strong. Good. And one more each way. And hopefully you're still feeling that abdominal lift sensation, right? If you're using both sides of your hands and grounding your feet, then you're getting the whole powerhouse on from your upper thigh, hips, abs, spine, the whole thing. Good. Yeah, looks nice. Okay. So now let's add a little bit of leg motion. So sitting down in a squat, let the arms stay long for just a moment. We're going to remind our body what that feels like because I know at least one of you, actually 2 of us, 3 of us, haven't been doing a lot of squats for the last 3 weeks. That's good. Okay, so on the way up, I want you to spiral your heels inward toward each other without moving your feet. Get the glutes to really turn on. There you go, good. And then as they turn on, now you're gonna add a little press with your hands and use both sides of your hands, especially at the top, right here. Feel both sides of your hands working so that you have that really strong engagement around the glutes, inner thighs, and abs. There you go. That's it, Lisa. Good. And one more. Feet, hands, talk to the core. There we go. Good. Okay. So now we're going to stay down for just a moment. Now as we stand, we're going to do our flat rainbow to the side. So get your brain ready. Glutes on, shoulders on, hands on. Good. Sit back to center. Arms go long. Good. To the side. Glutes, hands, shoulder blades. Good. And sit. That's it. Glutes, hands, shoulder blades. And you can play with your hands a little bit. For example, if you press only with the outside of your hand, it will very much engage the bottom of that shoulder blade, but you might feel it depress downward instead of flattening. If you can add the other side, you can almost feel that internal support that comes from, what is this right here? Transverse abdominis underneath the oblique. I know I haven't had to say many body parts for 3 weeks. Other than move your feet, Dad. Move your feet, Dad. Okay, so now that you're getting it, I'm trying to figure, if your hands have been gripping, I want you to make flat closed fingers. And if your hands have been flat closed fingers, I want you to make them be gripping. And if they were this weird kind of halfway, I want you to choose one or the other. Yes, and I want you to just keep on going. See if you can keep the connection in your hands.
That's weird. It's like when I'm gripping, I want to like bring my shoulders.
Yeah, so Mark says when he's gripping, his shoulders want to come forward. He wants to round. Anyone else feel a difference in what they're doing?
Oh, wait. All right. Right here.
Not as flat. And so you've got grips, yeah? Grips. So when you're gripping, watch that you're not gripping by trying to put your weight on the bar. Do you see how I'm putting my weight forward on that bar instead of keeping my shoulders? Yeah. So you can have a little bit of softness in that wrist and then work the grip itself. And then the flat fingers, that makes sense, Lovey? Diana's working it. Good. That's it. And then can you still... Why? It's sort of that same, it's part of the chain. Let me point you the line. It goes up the inside here and down to here. So there's a kinetic fascial chain that happens. So it's not because of the fascial chain cues the muscle. So it feels that turn on, and then the fascia goes, oh, do you need us? We're part of that chain, and turns on. And so the thing is, if we only use the thumb, then we also get overactivation of the pec, right? Internal rotation. So that's why you want to be balanced in your feet and hands, because they will balance where up the chain it requests more help from your body. We don't talk about hands enough. What's that? Another learning day. So we're going to let you have a moment, because your shoulder blades should start to be feeling tired right around the bottom of them, right? Anyone feeling that?
Yeah.
Lisa, do you feel any of that? Okay, all right. So those of you who are feeling them, take a little shoulder roll, and Lisa, you can too. Yeah. Roll, 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 roll. Let them go. Let them round forward and separate. And then pull wide, don't pinch. I know it's going to be tempting because you're going to want to pinch as you extend. Nothing wrong with that, but in this moment I want you to feel them staying wide as they flatten on your back. That's it, good. Round into that bow-like position, and then flatten. Yeah, good, good, all right. Pardon me. And then from here, let's take ourselves with our right palm underhand grip, left palm overhand grip. Good, okay, and we're gonna step forward with our left foot. Make your, bring your into upright, good, and then come back down. Same thing. So you can see you don't have a lot of resistance here. You might not have a lot of resistance here. So if you want more, you can back up, or you can grab onto your ropes instead. That's it, good. All right. So lunge, rotate, now pull back a little bit. What's happening at the shoulder? My shoulder would love to just round down, because that cues some of this force I have in the front of me. I'm gonna try to keep the shoulder pulled back. That's gonna cue the back chain and that back glute. And you feel that? If you keep pulling, you should hopefully feel that back glute turn on too, as well as the mid-back muscles. That's it. Pull with the bottom hand. Pull back, pull back, pull back. The top one just follows to keep the bar upright. Good. Think like the torso of an owl's head. Yeah, let your torso come around with that. So that you have to keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. Use your pinky finger to help. Good. One more. Pull, pull, pull. Now hold it there. Cut your grip. Press away from you. Bring it back in. So your bar is now parallel to your mount. Right? Pressing straight out. Still pulling with that bottom hand. Stabilizing with the top one. That's it. Good. Good. That's right. Check that shoulder, the back shoulder. Good. One more. Nice. Good. Unwind, step back to home. Good. And then hinge forward. You still have that twisted grip. And then round all the way back up. Good. Okay, let's switch hands. Right hand is overhand, left hand is underhand. Lisa, you have to remind me of your grand dog's name. Nellie.
Yeah.
I was going to say Ella. Nellie. Big ol' Nellie. All right. So we're going to step forward now. Right hand. Oh, sorry, right foot. Whoop. Good. And then pull back. Good. And then back to center. And home, good. All right, so just check again. Is the shoulder moving around your back? The lower hand, right? Your right hand. Good. Top hand is there to stabilize your bar, just to keep it upright. I want you to pull more than you push. Pull more than you push. Yep, get that shoulder to move. Remember, the shoulder connects the top of your arm to the scapula. There you go. I saw that movement, Lisa. Keep working it. There you are. Good. Let's do 2 more. Just so you focus on that top of the arm coming around and the shoulder blade flattening. Good, because then the next one we hold, we're going to stay there. And then press straight out, pulling with that bottom arm away from the mount. And that's it. That's it. Top hand is just to stabilize. It's going to want to do the push because that'll make it easier, right? Really pull from the bottom. That's it. Come on. Come on, right hand. Straight out to your side. There you go. That's it, Lisa. Good, Diana. Use your torso twist a little more. It'll make it easier. If your torso can twist farther, then you can have more control of what's happening at the shoulders. Can you twist more to your right, Lisa? Twist your torso. Rotate. There you go. Whew. Good. All right. Come all the way back in. Come all the way back in. Very nice, gang. All right. Take a nice stretch forward. And then round that spine all the way up. Whew. Good. How are hands with the bar? How are wrists with the bar? Everyone doing okay? Okay, very good. All right, so let's flip under that bar. We're going to turn our back to the mount. Hot brushes, hot brushes. All right, back to the mount. We're going to go right into standing tall, holding our ground. So find your heels, press away. I'm going to start with long fingers. You can start with either way, either grip. Just, in fact, I would invite you to play with it as you go. Which one connects you better to your scaps? Are you still using both sides of your hand as you press? That's it. That's it. Good. Okay. So when you pick the one that needs more help, for me it's the grip. I can totally feel myself not using the pinky edge of my hand. So I'm going to do the grip. Good. Then I'm going to lean forward into floating plank. Good. And then just bring your bar in again. Where do you want to give up? What part of your hand wants to give up? There we go. Good. All right. Then when you feel your hands more balanced, do you feel your scapula more flat? You feel them laying on your ribs? Or less wingy? The wingy feeling sometimes feels like your chest is dropped unless you have a pattern of pushing your chest up, and then the wingy feeling might feel like it's coming up your neck. And if you feel it coming up your neck, you're probably winging your shoulder blades. Oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby. Oh, baby, you must stop. I love him. Look at him. Good. All right. So holding those arms long. Take them into long stretch. Arms up next to your ears. Good. And back in front of you. So the bottom tips of your shoulder blades are going out to the side, while the top parts come inward. Think of a triangle. I'm going to show you with hands. If this was my shoulder blade, it would be doing this. If you could see the back of me, right? So the bottom tip goes out, this tip goes in, this tip goes up. But we're trying to keep them laying flat on our back as that happens. He's a good boy. He's so beautiful. He's so beautiful. Good. And one more. Nice. Okay. Keep those arms up. See if you can come on tiptoe. Let your arms come up a little higher. Good. That's it. Good. Heels down. Bars down. Good. Arms up. Good. Tiptoe. Did your shoulders stay down when you came on tiptoe, or did they try to lead you up into the air? Good. Heels down. Arms down. Good. Now check your hands. Some of us do this funny thing where we change our hand grip. Pick one grip, keep it for the next one, and then maybe do two like that, and then change your grip and keep that grip for the next one after that. Yeah, does that make sense? I want you to feel what funny patterns, what you rely on. So especially women, when our hands are up here, instead of holding on, we'll cock our wrists and lock them, and then we end up in our neck. So if you can keep either your fingers long or wrapped, without cocking and breaking the wrist. Oops, where am I going? Up, up, ooh. Yeah? My mid-back is so tired. That looks beautiful from the back, Diana. Look how pretty. Yeah. It's the big toe of your hand. Right? Awesome. Very good. Okay. So then let's take ourselves to a forward press. I want to do a lunge, just pushing away. And again, check your hand grip, how you're using it. I'm stepping with my right and I'm pushing forward. Then I'm going to shift my weight back on purpose. Here's me over my thigh. Here's me over the back thigh. Yeah? There you go. Good. And that's all we're going to do. Hinge forward, tail up, tail comes back into neutral, bring your weight back. The back foot doesn't move. We're just shifting where we are. Keep that back heel raised though. Can you raise it up for me? Raise it up higher, Lisa. There you go, and bend that back knee. We're loading and unloading the ham and glute. Yeah, does that make sense? Make it come from the pelvis. And then use that front foot to push you back, Diana. Push back. There you go. Good. Keep going. I'm just watching you. Good. Use your front foot now to push you back a little, Lisa. So when you come up, come all the way up and use the front leg to push you back more onto the back one. Push. There you go. There you go. Good. Yep, all the way up, Diana, all the way up. And then a little push back. Yes. Good. Mark, you can probably rest. Yes. Good. Now bend that back knee, Lisa. Bend it, bend it, bend it, and shift back. That's it, woman. Good. Okay, we can switch legs. How about that? So simple. Just now stepping forward with the other leg. Was that our right leg? Which one did we do the first time?
We're gonna go left leg.
Left leg, sorry. So left leg, drop down, shift back first, then tilt that tail up as you hinge. Come back into place, push your weight back with the front leg. Hinge, reaching. Good. Okay, so that's it. Push back a little. So we want to load that back glute. I know, yes. So now if you have some room in your brain, because I know this one's kind of technical with where your pelvis is and where your body weight is going, check what you're doing with your hands. Just check, because we tend to forget. We cock the wrists, we do something funny, and the elbows start popping out to the side. Can they stay pressing from a close place? Can your arms still extend all the way? Move your tail. That's it. Lift your tail, lift your tail. Good. Tail, tail, tail. Lift your tail first. Lift your tail first. That's it. Good. And then reach. Good. And coming back, keep the arms long. Get the tail back in place first. Push back with your leg. That's better. Yeah, that one's harder. That's okay. I love seeing you work it. That's it, Lisa. I saw you start from that pelvis. Woot! Good job. Nice, Diana. Yes. Good. Can we do two more? That was two. That was two, yes? All right. How we feel? Okay, good, good, good. All right. So now we're going to put our side to the mount. I'm starting with my right side to the mount, my left hand on the bar. I'm in the ropes, right? I'm inside it. And we're going to stand tall for just a moment. You can be in Pilates stance, you can be in parallel, whichever is your more challenging position, right? So I catch myself standing like this all the time. I have to open up into parallel. So if you're like me, do parallel. Elbow tucked down, and we're just pressing straight out. Feel your scap go wide again. Good. And then let it come in without pinching your shoulder blade. So you should have just enough resistance on there that you still feel resistance when it comes back to here. You're still resisting from the back. You're not going to let it squeeze in behind you. Let's see. I don't know if you can see my shoulder. Can you see my shoulder? Oh, not at all. So here's me squeezing my shoulder back. So that means I'm actually using my spinal muscles instead of my shoulder. Here's me. No, I just want it to flatten, stay flat. See, it's staying flat. It's not squeezing and pushing out. It's not rotating my whole spine. We're making the spine have to absorb the work of the shoulder rather than do the work of the shoulder. Does that make sense? Spinal muscles as stabilizers for the spine while the shoulder is in motion. Yeah, good. Anti-rotation, anti-rotation. Okay, so when you feel like you have that sensation, you're staying open, then we're gonna press out. Chom! Nice and easy. We've just come out to second position. We're gonna come a little deeper. Good. Stand tall, lift all the way up, side bend. Should feel good. Abs on, armpit on. Find your pinky finger here. Pull the bar back down. You should feel this side engage. Come down into your plie. Good. Come back up. Nice release, side bend. Good. Pinky finger on, pointer fingers on, thumbs on, right? Feel the side engage before you pull the bar down. Yeah. Now let's add in a little press here. Out, up, good. Grip so you feel under here. Come back down. In, out, up, side bend. Grip, feel the side first. Yep, because I could do this all day long without my side. My shoulder is unattached, and the more I do this, the more this hops up into my neck. If my grip is talking to my core, right, this is already stabilizing the shoulder for me. That's it. Good. Grip. That's it. Good. Yes. Does that make sense? Yay! Good. Lisa nodded too. That's it. Good. It's your last one. Good. Good. And then side bend up. And just hold that side bend. Let it stretch. Good. Flip your hand. Let it come down. Pull it across you. So use the other hand to pull that arm into a nice stretch. Good. And that's it. That's simple. So we'll come to the other side. All right, so I'm watching on my back screen here now. Oops. Which way does it show you? It confuses me because it's like a double mirror. This way. All right, so standing tall first. Just feeling ourselves press out. Again, decide which stabilizing foundation you need more. If it's parallel or Pilates stance. That's it. So here, we tend to push, I love you, you're not, you're under the bar. Did you do it that way the whole way the other time?
No, it just feels funny. What am I doing now?
You're in the bar. You're under the ropes. There you go. Still use your fingers here. So I want you to pay attention. How much are you just pushing against the poor saddle joint of your hand? This is especially where women, we get arthritis, right? Aches and pains through right here. So don't just use the joint. Use your grip to help spread the work across the soft part of your hand. Right? Let the fingers hold. Then it won't sit quite so hard on that bone. It's kind of like when you do back lifts with a bar, you don't want it resting right here on that bone. There you go. Good. And then you feel almost like you're helping to pull the bar away from you rather than merely push it. Can you feel that? Yes, no? No, okay. That's okay if you don't. There's almost a sensation of there's a pull and a push at the same time from the hand. Okay, so let's step out into our plie. Do you feel that? It gives you more, yeah, and then you have more length away from your center, the shoulder, the scaps, flatten more. Again with a grip, and then come back in, good. Good, that's it. And then we're gonna do one more and one to hold. Good, so holding this one, good. Then all we're gonna do is straighten the legs, bring the arm up, side bend. Ah, yes, good. Now again, grip, feel here, right? Feel that turn on as you bring the bar down and sit. Good. Straighten the legs, come up. We're not going to add the in out yet. I want you to make sure that you've got the sensation of pulling, connecting the grip to this place before you pull the bar down. Good. And then, oh yeah, good. And so then if you feel like you're there, you're starting to wake that place up, you can add the push in and out. And sometimes if you're not feeling it, sometimes the push will help you feel it. You might feel that having to flatten as you get it out. So then see if you can find it again as you pull the bar down. That's it. Yep, turn on the grip, turn it on. There you go, turn it on. Good. Let me see one more. Get ready before you pull down. Getting better, good. All right, so let that come all the way up. Swing it around, take the other hand and help pull you into a deeper stretch across the shoulder blades. Good. All right. So I was gonna do some kneeling work with the bar, but I feel like maybe your hands need a break from the bar. Let's put on the straps. I had a whole lot of bar planned.
45 minutes.
45 minutes worth of bar, that was a lot. So once you get your straps on, I want you to just give yourself some freedom. Up into high gulp, you can swing back into a standing windmill if you want. You don't have to drop down into the lunge. Just let the scaps move, yeah? And so as they come around, especially if you're windmilling and your arm is getting pulled back behind you, yeah, they are gonna move toward your spine, right? And that was the one thing I wish that woman had said in that video, is that there is normal motion toward the spine. That is what your rhomboids are for. It's just we don't want them to wing out. I don't know if I can even make mine wing out anymore. We don't want them to come outward as they come inward. If you were pulling something really, really heavy and you were trying to get extra power, right? And maybe arms are close, you would be squeezing those elbows close together. Maybe when you're tearing something really hard, it's hard to open, they would move together. Yeah, that's a great question, Diana. So it's definitely a movement we use in life. The point she was trying to make is that they shouldn't wing as they move, but she just didn't clarify, for this instructor's opinion, enough that, yeah. Okay, so feel good? Feel a little looser?
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's come on down to the floor. And we're gonna, let's see, how do I want to build this? We're gonna have to turn our backs to the mount. And we're gonna give ourselves a nice little roll down, abs up, pressing down to the floor. So now your shoulders should be really wide across your back. Good, and then round your way back up. Good, arms open out and upward. Then come into a bow. Our hands overhead, just a bow. Stretching, good. And then up, hands out to the side and down to your side. Pressing down and low. Scooping those abs up. Good. And then up. Good. And overhead and bow. looking in your cupboard? Like, oh. Funny, we had that similar thing happen when we came home. One of Muchacho's accessories was on a different hook than it usually was, and we just couldn't see it. Like, the hooks are all in a line, but because it was on the wrong hook, we could not find it. All right, so if you're down with your hands down to your side, and Lisa, feel free to give yourself an extra one. We're gonna walk those hands out. So pay attention as you walk. Is your shoulder pushing up into your ear? Can it just simply stay wide on your back as you walk out, right? Really look for the space across, and then you'll come down into your plank, lengthening your chest away from your heels. Good. And then we're just going to do a little lift up to your armpit, push down. And other one, lift up to your armpit, push down. And we're going to go slowly, using our toes to keep us pressed toward our fingertips, right? So instead of resting back and pushing back, we're really going to push forward. That's it. Push yourself forward. Push yourself forward. Good, and we'll just do one more on each side. Feel like your body is being pushed past the tip of your fingers. Good. And then let those knees gently down. Sit back and stretch your tail away from those fingers. Good. All right. And then we're going into our side plank. So, up into your plank, same idea. Bring that hand up to your armpit. We're going to just hold the side plank today and reach over our head. Now, can you make the shoulder blades wide again? Especially this one that's holding you up. Push the ground away. Use the thumb and pinky and all the fingers. That's it. Good. Straight, good. I like the mod, good. One more. Good, bring it in, rotate slowly toward the ground, put that hand down. Get your plank back, come to the other side. Good, and press overhead. And again, make the shoulders wide. That's it. Keep pushing the ground away. Use your fingers. Good. Last two. And last one. Good. Hand to the armpit. Rotate to the ground. Put that hand down. Knees come down. Good. Round up into a cat. Or sit back in child's pose if that feels good. Good. And then bring yourself upright. How are we doing? Good? Okay, good. All right. So we're going to have a seat in mermaid. So I'm going to start with my right side toward the mat. Okay, and I'm going to let go of one strap, put the other one on my right elbow. And I'm going to come a little bit further away. Yeah, I'm going away from the mount. I want to have a little resistance on that elbow. Scoot, 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 scoot. When I get here. All right, hands behind the head. Sit back on your sits bones. So my temptation is always to lean forward because that's easier for me. I know, bodies are smart. They know how to save energy. So we're just gonna side bend and then back up tall. And as you side bend, I want you to pull your elbows back and then up. That's it. So watch, elbows are coming forward. I want them really to pull back as you bend. Head, throat are into those fingertips. Yes, better, good. That's it. So you're working mid-back muscles at the same time you're working oblique and inner thigh. because it's holding you down. Good. That's it. Good. All right, one more. Stay over there. Now rotate toward the ground. See if you can keep your elbows wide. It's going to be tempting to lead with the elbow. Instead, I want you to keep it as wide as you can and make your torso bring it. Yep, and then back up. So side bend, keep the elbow wide. Use your ribs in the front. Tuck them in. You're going to feel a little extra inner thigh turn on. I hope. Maybe you won't. Maybe you'll feel more about the obliques. That's okay. Good. And last one. Watch that your head doesn't do the leading. Keep your throat lifted into your hands. I know. Yeah. Okay. Good. And then that's enough of that. We're going to switch to the other side. Okay, so now I'm watching you in my back screen. So on your elbow. Good. Find your seat. So again, watch if you're like me and you cheat by rolling forward or rolling under. Some people do that too. I don't think anybody's really rolling under. So we're just side bending now. And in this direction, I can clearly have a little more resistance. So I'm going to take it. I'm gonna press it. I'm gonna press it. That's it. Good. Now your challenge here is to not simply lay in it, right? Because you are pulling both elbows back as you bend. Not rotating yet. Just working that side bend with the mid back on. Good. One more. Beautiful, beautiful. Good. And then we add in our rotation. So side bend. Keep your throat lifted, elbows wide. Use the obliques. Use the ribs closest to the ground to tuck in and help you rotate. Back to the side and up. Good. That's better. Yes, good awareness of where your head is, Diana, on that one. No pulling forward. Yeah, lift now. In the rotation, Lisa, lift your throat into your hands. That's the same thing Diana was just working on. That's it. Yep. Now as you rotate, I want your throat to pull back into your hands. Pull your head. Your head should lift. It shouldn't pull down. It should pull up in line with your spine. Can you lift your throat? Lift your throat. Lift your throat. Lift your throat. Yes. Good. And now keep going. Don't let your elbow do the pulling. Let your waistline do the pulling. Good. Good. Does that make sense in your body? Yeah, okay, good. Good, good, good. Awesome. Okay, and then we're gonna try to get our other strap back. Come on. Come here, you. There, got it. And then we're gonna let ourselves simply round all the way down to rows. So feet together, facing the mat. Arms can start long. Round yourself down. Good. And then pulling all the way up to your armpits. Good. Tuck your ribs down. Slow release. Good. And again, pull. Ribs down. Slow release. You okay? Oh no.
I smell all over my face now.
Oh no, no, no. Good. Good. That's it. Two more. Diane, I have the funniest feeling that your bicep curling your way in. Can you pull your elbow? Yeah, can you pull your elbows wide? Pull them wide. Your biceps will still be working, but see how mine are almost out to the sides of me? Out here? instead of in here. Yeah, there you go. That's it. So that when you pull, there's that moment where you have to have the mid-trapezius and the rhomboids on, right? And the upper shoulder. They all have to turn on. This is you pulling something out of the water, right? Pulling something backwards. Good. And one more. Hold those fists in. Good. Now keep your elbows down. Keep your shoulder blades flat on your back. Pull your fists out to the side as if you wanted to make a T shape with your arms. You should not be able to pull them all the way out. I would be amazed and flabbergasted. But it should feel like good work. Again, shoulder blades should flatten to the back. You will feel the multifidi, the spinal muscles turn on. Yep, good. You might feel the top of your shoulder, and hopefully you feel your abdominals drop in. Good. Last two. And last one. Good. Let those arms go long. Lift them straight up overhead. Curl up into your bow. Hang for a moment. Good. And then let them come all the way up. Good. Reach them back behind you, nose to knees, and press back. 3, 2, 1. Circle yourself back up. Good. And then we're going to do just a little boomerang, so around back. Just halfway. Good. Hands out to the side. Press back, pushing those hands back while the nose reaches to the knees. 3, 2, 1. And then round it all the way up. Take a breath in. Just let your hands hang in the straps. Good. Good. And one more breath. Good. And then gently reach yourself forward as you exhale. Let your legs open up wide into a straddle. So you did use a lot of your adductors and hams today, even though they were not your technique focus of the day, if that makes sense. Again, you can let your straps go if that feels good. All the lunging and twisting require that whole chain to turn on, just like the shoulder. Same sort of, you could picture it as the same sort of wrapping all around. Yeah, you can do side bend. Stretch it open. And then other way. Oh, I can't see if I go the other way, so I'm going to do it this way. Good. Yeah. All right, gang. Nice to see you again. Thank you. You're welcome. If I didn't come back, if we decided to stay, I would just be doing this from farther away, that's all. Aw. Aw. Thank you. Okay. It was good. It was overall very good. What's that? 2 highlights. One was going to the Cairngorms in Scotland. It's one of their mountain ranges. And there's a stunning lake that reflects it perfectly. And it's stunning. And that was awesome. Another highlight, what would be another highlight? Going to the cathedral in Malaga for me was an absolute highlight. Like, my jaw was on the floor over and over and over. It was just the architecture of it. Not so much the gewgaws inside, although that was good for me as a Catholic, but the architecture just made my jaw drop. And the Alhambra. Oh yeah, the Alhambra. That was good too. Seeing my family, that was really good too. Every morning we had breakfast together while we were in Germany, and it was just the nicest. So, yeah. I did. It It made me think of a liver dish my mom made when I was a kid. That was very homey and hearty and rich. So
What dish is that?
the haggis, when I had the haggis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what was I afraid of?
Surprisingly good.
I know, surprisingly good.